It is Sunday. Happy Easter Sunday. My name is Christene Marie. Welcome to the Knowing Show. I am going to just start off with a quick review of some of our previous lessons. For those of you who are new to the Knowing Show, in the early day, we will talk, actually mostly mornings. Today was a little bit different. I was traveling, and obviously there was Easter festivities with family. And so normally in the morning, we will go live and talk about some aspects of what makes you and I human different from what makes you and I human in the evening. And there's 4 primary intelligences that we talk about on the Knowing Show. It's the intellectual intelligence, which has been primarily cultivated since childhood. Emotional intelligence, which is the kind of the right hemisphere of the brain. And we've got spiritual intelligence and physical intelligence. And the spiritual intelligence intermixed with intellectual intelligence is more so what we talk about in these early morning shows. And we are going to be doing that again today, right now. And we actually have been moving through A Course in Miracles every day since the beginning of the year. So we are on lesson 95. Today is the 95th day of the year. And I just wanted to give a quick shout out to Clint. Hello. We are going to just dive in now, and then we will read today's lesson after some review of the previous ones. Lesson 61, I am the light of the world. Lesson 62, forgiveness is my function as the light of the world. Lesson 63, the light of the world brings peace to every mind through my forgiveness. Lesson 64, let me not forget my function. Lesson 65, my only function is the one God gave me. Lesson 66, my happiness and my function are one. Lesson 67, love created me like itself. Lesson 68, love holds no grievances. Lesson 69, my grievances hide the light of the world in me. Lesson 70, my salvation comes from me. Lesson 71, only God's plan for salvation will work. Lesson 72, holding grievances is an attack on God's plan for salvation. Lesson 73, I will, there be light. Lesson 74, there is no will but God's. Lesson 75, the light has come. Lesson 76, I am under no laws but God's. Lesson 77, I am entitled to miracles. Lesson 78, let miracles replace all grievances. Lesson 79, let me recognize the problem so it can be solved. Lesson 80, let me recognize my problems have been solved. And lesson 91, miracles are seen in light. Lesson 92, miracles are seen in light, and light and strength are one. Lesson 93, light and joy and peace abide in me. Lesson 94, I am as God created me. And for today's lesson, lesson 95, I am one self united with my Creator. Today's idea accurately describes you as God created you. You are one within yourself and one with Him. Yours is the unity of all creation. Your perfect unity makes change in you impossible. You do not accept this, and you fail to recognize it must be so only because you believe that you have changed yourself already. You see yourself as a ridiculous parody of God's creation, weak, vicious, ugly and sinful, miserable and beset with pain. Such is your version of yourself, a self divided into many warring parts, separate from God and tenuously held together by its erratic and capricious maker, to which you pray. It does not hear your prayers, for it is deaf. It does not see the oneness in you, for it is blind. It does not understand you are a son of God, for it is senseless and understands nothing. We will attempt today to be aware of only what can hear and see and what makes perfect sense. We will direct our exercises towards reaching your one self, which is united with its Creator. In patience and in hope, we try again today. The use of the first 5 minutes of every waking hour for practicing the idea for the day has special advantages at the stage of learning in which you are at present. It is difficult to, at this point, not allow your mind to wander if it undertakes extended practice. You have surely realized this by now. You have seen the extent of your lack of mental discipline and of your need for mind training. It is necessary that you are aware of this, for it is a hindrance in your advance, or to your advance. Frequent but shorter practice periods have other advantages for you at this time. In addition to recognizing your difficulties with sustained attention, you must also have noticed that unless you are reminded of your purpose frequently, you tend to forget it for long periods of time. You often fail to remember the short applications of the idea for the day, and you have not yet formed the habit of using the idea as an automatic response to temptation. Structure, then, is necessary for you at this time. Plan to include frequent reminders of your goal and regular attempts to reach it. Regularity in terms of time is not the ideal requirement for the most beneficial form of practice and salvation. It is advantageous, however, for those it is advantageous, however, for those whose motivation is inconsistent and who remain heavily defended against learning. We will therefore keep to the 5 minutes an hour practice periods for a while and urge you to omit as few as possible. Using the first 5 minutes of the hour will be particularly useful since it imposes firmer structure. Do not, however, use your lapses in this schedule as an excuse not to return to it again as soon as you can. There may well be temptation to regard the day as lost because you have already failed to do what is required. This should, however, merely be recognized as what it is, a refusal to let your mistake be corrected and an unwillingness to try again. The Holy Spirit is not delayed in his teaching by your mistakes. He can be held back only by your unwillingness to let them go. Let us therefore be determined, practice, particularly for the next week or so, to be willing to forgive ourselves for our lapses in diligence and our failure to follow the instructions for practicing the day's idea. This tolerance for weakness will enable us to overlook it rather than give it power to delay our learning. If we give it power to do this, we are regarding it as strength and are confusing strength with weakness. If you fail to comply with the requirements of this course, you have merely made a mistake. This calls for correction and for nothing else. To allow a mistake to continue is to make additional mistakes based on the first and reinforcing it. It is this process that must be laid aside, for it is but another way in which you would defend illusions against the truth. Let all these errors go by recognizing them for what they are. They are attempts to keep you unaware as you are oneself unified or united with your Creator, at one with every aspect of creation, and limitless in power and in peace. This is the truth, and nothing else is true. Today we will affirm this truth again and try to reach the place in you where there is no doubt that only this is true. Begin the practice period today with this assurance offered to your mind with all the certainty that you can give. I am one self, united with my Creator, at one with every aspect of creation, and limitless in power and in peace. Then close your eyes and tell yourself again, slowly and thoughtfully, attempting to allow the meaning of the words to sink into your mind, replacing false ideas. I am one self. Repeat this several times, then attempt to feel the meaning that the words convey. You are one self, united and secure in light and joy and peace. You are God's Son, one self with one Creator and one goal, to bring awareness of this oneness to all minds, that true creation may extend the allness and the unity of God. You are one self, complete and healed and whole, with power to lift the veil of darkness from the world and let the light in you come through to teach the world the truth about yourself. You are one self in perfect harmony with all there is and all that there will be. You are one self, the Holy Son of God, united with your brothers in that one self, united with your Father in his will. Feel this one self in you and let it shine away all your illusions and your doubts. This is yourself, the Son of God himself, sinless as its creator, with his strength within you and his love forever yours. You are one self, and it is given you to feel this self within you and to cast all your illusions out of the one mind that is this one self, the holy truth in you. Do not forget today. We need your help, your little part in bringing happiness to the world. And heaven looks to you in confidence that you will try today. Share then. It's surety, for it is yours. Be vigilant. Do not forget today. Throughout the day, do not forget your goal. Repeat today's idea as frequently as possible and understand each time you do so, someone hears the voice of hope, the stirring of the truth within his mind, the gentle rustling of the wings of peace. Your own acknowledgement, you are one self, united with your Father, is a call to all the world to be at one with you. To everyone you meet today, be sure to give the promise of today's idea and tell him this. You are one self with me, united with our Creator in this self. I honor you because of what I am and what he is, who loves us both as one. Wow. This was so long and beautiful. I just want to reread this one paragraph. You are one self, united and secure in light and joy and peace. You are God's son, one self with one creator and one goal, to bring awareness of this oneness to all minds, that true creation may extend the allness and the unity of God. You are one self, complete and healed and whole, with power to lift the veil of darkness from the world and let the light in you come through to teach the world the truth about yourself. And what I love is that the truth about ourselves is the truth for everybody around us. You know, we've been talking about identity, how there's two parts to our identity. And identity A is the unity and the identity that God gave us, which we're talking about right here. And this is shared among every single person, that we are loved, we are chosen, we have access to peace and joy and light and God's presence in us. And then identity B is actually what makes us really different from each other. We're not just all mirrors walking around, but we have different personalities and talents and gifts. So my light shining is going to look different from your light shining. But the truth at the end of the day is that we have the power. God has given us the power to lift the veil of darkness, what she's saying, and let the light come through to teach the world the truth. And today, this Easter Sunday, there's no better day to remind ourselves of this, that there is redemption and there is salvation, and it's all freely given to us. You know, we have no barriers of entry to experiencing the love and power of God. I think one of the things, you know, I was actually attended my brother's church this morning, and one of the things that really resonated is how much we still exist in kind of this small, obsequious place in a lot of religions. You know, religion is coming forward in a way that's making us small and powerless, rather than, no, the presence and power of God is in you. Now go forth and love people, you know, go forth and change the world and bring that light and bring that love out to others. And that's really such a joy. You know, it's such a joy and such a privilege. And we get to be the hands and feet of, we get to be the body, like the physical body of God. You know, that's where I really, y'all, I believe this, so I'll just say it. I really believe that that's the most powerful aspect of the story and life of Jesus, is that he shows us how we get to live. We get to live with that power. When he left, he said, greater things you're going to do. And if we're not seeing greater things done in our lives, then that's maybe a really good opportunity to go and question, you know, am I really living in alignment? Am I living in the fullness and the prowess of my own capability and who God made me to be? Am I doing greater things than Jesus did? Because he said, greater things you will do. So if we're not, that's our little clue in to be like, okay, am I really walking in the fullness of what is mine? That literally is my inheritance, that has been redeemed for me to go and experience joy and fulfillment and peace and all the wonderful things that is yours and mine. And so on this Easter Sunday, I just want to encourage all of us to literally look in the mirror, look in the physical mirror, and look ourselves in the eye. And are we living in accordance with the power and light and love that was Jesus Christ? Because if we're not living up to par with how he lived, then we're probably missing out on some of the power that we have access to go and heal people and love people and usher in this glorious presence. And y'all, it heals. You know, it really, really does. It heals hearts, it heals bodies, it heals minds. And we have that same power in us. And so that is the redemption story. That's the resurrection story, is that on the other side of death is so much life, and life in abundance. It's better than ever before. You know, sometimes I hear people talk about what it's like to follow God and how awful it is. I'm like, what? No, it's so exciting. It's an adventure every day. It's an adventure, and it's a powerful life that we get to live because we have the presence of God in us that we get to love the world with and engage with other people. So that's my little challenge for all of us, is to go physically look in the mirror, look ourselves in the eye, and am I living in the amount of power that I know I can be? So with that, I'm going to jump here in the chat. John Bybee, good morning or good evening. What's the time? I'm glad you're here. Chaziz, good, hello. 33 ways to change your attitude. I love that. And I want to know what your 33 ways are. That's awesome. MJQ, hello. Eldarin. I love that song. He just put a song quote in here. Isaac, hello. Alvin, I'm living great. I love that. IRAP, hello. Chong Chang. Daniel, the noticer of things, hello. Jeremiah Lockett. Christopher Adams, I'm just reading your note. Hello, my friend. Nothing can make injustice, just mercy. That is the last line of The Mask of Mercy by Robert Frost. I am going to save this. I also need to go back to my movie list. I told folks that I would watch some films on our last trivia night, and so I need to play catch up on movies, and I need to play catch up on books. So I'm going to put that on my book list. Adam, hello. He says you have an Instagram. I do. Christene Marie _ That's me. Brian J, good evening. Man in the Hat, hello. Matthew Jordan, JJ, Brandon, Shocks, hello. Just scrolling back down. Isaac Jacobs. Happy Easter, Zachary. I'm glad you're here. Derek, oh, thank you. Thanks for hanging out with us. Mafia, hello. Winnie, Vito, hello. Danielle, I love it. Oh, I'm so glad. I love you. John B. Bay, thank you guys. Isn't it fun? It's really encouraging, the positive attitude. Really, it actually makes such an impact. And we all have that opportunity to look at the world that way. It's who was this? I forget where I first heard this, but we will find what we're looking for. If we are intended to find something to complain about, we will find that. If we are intended to find something to be grateful for, we'll find that too. Even just as something as small as the sunshine, that's what a gift. What a gift. We have so much to be grateful for. So, oh, Christopher Adams, I got baptized this morning. Oh, I love that. Congratulations. Wow. Good for you. What a good day. What a good day to get baptized. I love that. PS3, hello. Mr. 9. Good evening, Romero, Leo. Thank you. Victoria, hello. Or Olive. I'm Olive. Good to meet you. John, good to see you. All right, y'all. The truth is your pineal gland. I've experienced that very briefly, but I actually, for my birthday this year, like my next year is something that's really what I want to come to understand more. Well, then what are you grateful for? Matinee. What am I grateful for? Man, well, there's a hummingbird right outside of my window. I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful that I got to see my nieces on Tuesday. I helped host an amazing event on Friday. It was an AI event, and it was so good. I'm grateful. Honestly, I'm grateful for what we're building here. For those of you who are new to the show, we're going to be going live with the Knowing community this week, which I'm so excited about. And we're actually going to be kind of sunsetting Christene Marie. So those of you who are on the Christene Marie YouTube channel, go over to the Knowing podcast, because that's where we're going to be hanging out every day moving forward. So I feel really grateful about that. I feel very intrigued about what it's going to look like. So I'm excited, and I'm really, really looking forward to it. I'm excited too, because we're going to start all hanging out together, literally on video. So on Thursdays, I'm going to start having you guys join me live. So it'll be like a round table. So I feel really, really, really excited. Aventus, I'm just going to put you on timeout because we just don't talk like that, but I'm really happy that you're here. Same with you, Vodka. Y'all, so subscribe over to the Knowing podcast if you're not there. But we are going to, start going live together on Thursdays. We've got trivia on Wednesdays. Thursdays, I'm going to have, based on kind of what the theme is, have probably, I would imagine, like 6 or 7 people join. I don't think I want it to be bigger than that, but then we'll rotate people out every Thursday. So I'm very, very excited. And then we're going to keep having guests on, and I'm just excited to make this super intentional. I think that there's a lot, we all need a lot of love, and there's a lot of love to give. And I think we're building something really beautiful here. So I'm grateful to know y'all, and I'm excited to know you better, and just build something deeper. So I'm excited for that. I keep getting asked how old I am. I am 32 years young. I'm 32. Nice to meet y'all. Hold on one second. I am saving these chats so that I can come back and read. Okay, hold on. My computer froze. Am I back? Okay, I'm back. Yes, so we go live every morning. Every morning we talk. Did my microphone stop? I think my microphone stopped. Can you guys hear me? Comic Flick Fusion, hello. Wayne, I'm so glad to see you guys. Happy Easter. Bruce, hello from New Zealand. Hello. Adrian, I'm glad you're here. YB, thank you. I'm so grateful you're here. Y'all, I would love to know, what's everyone grateful for today? What a good Sunday reflection. What are y'all grateful for? I shared what I was grateful for. What are y'all grateful for on this Sunday afternoon, Sunday evening, Sunday morning, based on where you are in the world? I'd love to hear. What are you guys grateful for? Okay, good. You can hear. Thank you, Johnny V. Stay respectful. I appreciate that. I'm going to just kind of put some of y'all in timeout where it's getting a little inappropriate. Okay, good. Nicole, I'm glad to see you. Good health, Daniel Lyons, being sober, John, I'm just calling you Johnny because I'm like making the B and N, but John by B. Well done. Good for you. I'm so proud of you. I can only imagine how hard that is. So I'm really proud. You're back now. Good. Wayne. Grateful for the spiral of creation. Ooh, what a way to put that. Grateful that I got to spend time with my family for Easter. Oh, I'm so glad. I want to know what everybody ate. Did anybody have ham? I love ham, and I didn't get to have any today, but I was in Costco Thursday shopping for the Friday event, and I got to have a sample of ham. So I feel grateful for that. Oh my gosh. Chaziz says, blessed heart. I love that. What does it say? Oh, I'm grateful for your large ring. Dude, I love my rings. They're something I'm grateful for. It's so much fun. Nicole, I'm grateful to be alive. Me too, my friend. Humanity's Red Bull says, I'm grateful to have another day to figure things out. Oh, I love that. And isn't that just the process of life, is like the not knowing and the figuring it out, and just enjoying the process. I think for me, I've had to really let go of the outcome and just realize that the cultivation and the process is really what constitutes life itself. So I love that. That's such a good reminder. I'm grateful to have a roof over my head. It's not easy nowadays. A lot of homelessness. Comic Flick, thank you so much. What a good reminder. Alamo, where are we going with this? We're going to a place of gratitude. That's where we're going. And then frankly, I'm going to be hopping off here in a few minutes. Tomorrow morning, I'll be live at 9 a.m. on the Knowing podcast. And then I'll be live again tomorrow evening. And frankly, tomorrow evening is like, we're getting back into the rhythm of things, 8:30 p.m. Eastern. And I'm really excited for that. I've missed you guys. It's been irregular the last probably 2 weeks. And so I'm excited to come hang out with you guys tomorrow night for a while. So I'm excited. ADA, you have Instagram? I do. Christene Marie _knowing. I'm not a frequent poster. So, but I'm trying to get better. Eric, hola, good to see you. Clint says, cool, not everyone loves pork products. Ham is the only pork product I like, but I hear you. And there's so many other good food. So what did you eat then? Oh, well, yeah, Wolf says, I hate pork. And John B says, and it's spring. Yes. Oh, I love that. Lee Mustard, hello. Eric, thank you. I'm grateful to hear you say that. You know, it takes practice, I think, to gain confidence. So it's a work in progress. Christopher Adams, I'm grateful that I'm less than a month away from finally being in the arms of the love of my life. It's been a long 8 months. I'm so happy for you, Christopher. Oh my gosh. That's so happy. Man, 8 months. My word. Are you proposing soon? Or is she already your fiance? I don't know. But yay. Love from Wales. Peace out, Lee. Peace out, my friend. Madsen says, cooked rice with chicken gravy for supper. Usually eat ham during the weekdays for lunch at work. Yum. Man, what a good Easter feast. That sounds so good. Purified Freshness, hello. Frank Castle, happy Easter. Why do you got your camera zoomed in? I don't. I'm just close to my camera. I could back up, but frankly, I probably need to back up. But I like reading. I don't know. I like hunch over if I'm not close to the camera because I'm like reading what you guys say. But anyways, Comic Flick. I'm grateful for you. I really am, y'all. I'm not kidding you. I'm so grateful for each one of you. And please come over. For those of you who are on Christene Marie, come over to the Knowing podcast because that's really the Knowing podcast. I'm going to be sunsetting Christene Marie. Like I will not be going live there anymore. I need to figure out a way. I don't know how to tell people that. But it's just, I think it's called the Knowing Podcast on YouTube. So you can find it. But everyone's always like, why are you streaming 2 places? And I probably should have never started streaming in 2 places. So that was my bad. But we're going to start. At first, I was going to switch and only go live on Christene Marie. And then I decided to change that up. So everything's going to be all in one place. Mafia. Oh, well, thank you. Zurich, you're in Zurich. Oh, beautiful. I trained through Switzerland and it was just stunning. So I need to and want to come back. Wayne, attitude of gratitude. Oh, I'm thankful and grateful for everything in my life. I'm blessed. I don't let circumstances change my reality. Y'all, that is a word. You know, really, if we can allow for what happens in our lives to be something that we observe rather than something that alters the mode of existence. Like my inner world is not altered so much by the external world. Rather, my inner world is altering the external. Man, you just totally gave me a whole thought. We should talk about this tomorrow night. All right. I've got our topic for tomorrow night, Wayne. Thank you for inspiring me. Is there a link to that channel? Yes. Let me post that here. Because as of tomorrow, I will not be going live on Christene Marie any longer. So let me type that in. I'm just ripping off the Band-Aid and going cold turkey with this. I love that. Jamie says, stay true to you. Yes. I love it. Okay. So it's Knowing Podcast. That's the handle for this. Kyle, hello. John, happy Easter from Australia. Happy Easter. So for all of you who are joining on Ima, I'm so glad to see you. Happy Easter. I have honestly, I've missed you. I've missed all y'all. So I'm excited to start going live with y'all so much more frequently. Again, I feel like I had a week or two hiatus. Reluctant Gamer, hi. Oh my gosh, everyone's joining. This is so much fun. It's all my friends. Juan, hello. I like that. Circumstances don't dictate your joy. Philippians' most uplifting book in scripture was written in prison, for example. Dude, so good. Reluctant Gamer, no, I'm moving over to the Knowing podcast rather than Christene Marie. So I'm not quitting YouTube, but I am sunsetting just the Christene Marie channel. So rather than having two different channels, I'm just going to stick with one. That way, honestly, when you all are in comments, you guys can see what each other is saying, because I'm responding to half of you and the other half of you can't see what is being said. So I'm excited to have us all in one place. I think that's going to be super meaningful. Matinee, well, that's a question that we could probably dive into for a whole other separate conversation, but thank you. I appreciate your note. John Bybee, the internet needs more positive energy. Y'all, this is why we're going to create the Knowing community, because I think that each one of us really, really, really has the power to change our own personal environment, but also the environment that we walk into. So I'm like, let's create an army, all of us, and just love people and make a difference in the world. All right, y'all, I am going to jump off. Happy Easter. I'm so glad that you all joined. And what a beautiful litany of all these reasons to be grateful from so many of you. A reminder, come to the Knowing podcast, not Christene Marie tomorrow. I'll be over there going live at 9 a.m. Eastern and again at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. And we're going to be hanging out every morning, every evening for the foreseeable future. We have trivia on Wednesday. Thursday is our first night where you guys are going to be going live with me. I'm going to kind of curate it. So there's only going to be probably 7 or 8. Maybe we'll start with a fewer number just because, we're new. So I'm so excited, y'all. We're just getting started over here. So come and hang out with us tomorrow on the Knowing podcast. I'm so excited to be with you all regularly this week. So looking forward to it. Have a wonderful, wonderful evening. Happy Easter. Remember, there's always hope. Always, always hope. Hi, happy Easter from the Netherlands. Oh, so cool. I'm so glad, guys. How cool. We all get to engage and just be with each other from literally all over the world. So Jay Franklin, I am real. I am not AI, LM. I was traveling in Austin, Ima says. It was a busy, busy week. So I'm excited to have a normal life this week. All right, y'all, have a wonderful, wonderful night. I will see you tomorrow on the Knowing podcast, not Christene Marie, 9 a.m. Eastern. And in the meantime,